Hey folks, it's Len Kale, Hunting Western Mass. We're out here today. It's Halloween. I was surrounded by turkeys earlier. I have no idea how I didn't get a turkey. I got a turkey tag. The birds are out, the deer are active. They're starting to make scrapes. Fred came in, he was following a scrape and grow rub line. We found this nice scrape here. This guy means business. That's he kicked this big stick. That's a big stick. He kicked this stick out of this pile all the way back there. He also snapped this tree off right here. He broke that. There's the pieces. There's one piece. There's two pieces. So he broke this tree, made this scrape. He was going in this direction because he kicked everything back here. So Fred followed the buck rub line. It goes that way up the mountain. Of course, you can see that nice big hill back there. So Halloween, the scrapes have started to appear. That it's going to give us a chance to find these buck runs, get in here, pattern these bucks a little bit. I'm going to get a camera, put it on this tree, see what I can see, and we'll see how the story goes as it unfolds. So we're going on to Plan B, part 2 of the day, Halloween. So as we're walking along, we find more scrapes with licking branches, freshly broken, and then we saw more scrapes, and more scrapes, and more scrapes. Yeehaw. So here's a wrap up of today's events. We started off in Gill, Uncle Fred and I. We went in and we found an explosion of sign. I ended up being surrounded by turkeys during turkey season with a turkey tag, yet I couldn't get a shot. I kept hearing them. They'd move away, I'd cluck, they'd move back, they'd move away, I'd cluck again, they'd move back, but I realized that, you know, I'm here for deer, and I was in there really early. So at one point I had my turkey call in my mouth and my buck snort on my wrist. So I'm using 2 calls at once, trying to get 2 different animals. It was an interesting moment in the forest. When I ran into Fred, he'd been tracking deer all morning across the mountain. And he found a buck run, and he'd been following a scrape and rub line, and he was super excited. He got me excited as well. We came up with a plan to find these deer in this area that we know. So we proceeded to implement the plan, found the deer, ended up jumping a really nice buck, and I was so excited at seeing him. And Fred had told me that it was probably the same one that he'd been tracking, and he had some nice horns. So I decided I'm staying right there and waiting for him to come back. Fred took off on an Indian mission and, you know, went to do what he did. So we sat there, and then my phone went off. So my phone went off. I looked down, I had a text from Hunting Western Mass Pro Staffer Ed Kawecki. Ed Kawecki said, "Bingo, 8-pointer." Knew what time it was. I immediately texted back, "Need some help? You know, we're on our way." Even though I was so wanted to stay in the woods because it was just a special day to be in the woods today. And but anyway, it was Ed's turn to shine, and this is how he did it. So here's the video. Hey folks, happy Halloween. Len Kale here with Hunting Western Mass. Ed Kawecki got it done today with this beautiful 8-pointer up in we're gonna say Irving, Massachusetts. And Ed, why don't you tell us the story? Tell us about the hunt.
Well, I got to my stand a little bit before 3. I settled down and I heard some snorting quite a ways off, so I kind of just stayed alert, and pretty quick I saw 2 deer running in front of me, and I thought I got busted. Well, suddenly here comes this doe running right in under me. And at that point I says, well,
I know what that
guess yeah, this doe was being chased. So I stood up on my stand and I got ready, and when I saw the feet of another deer coming through the brush, I took the safety off and on my expo, and I got ready. He came in. He came into around 25 yards broadside, and I let him have it. And a rage in a cage put him down in less than 50 yards.
Wow, that's a great story. And you just climbed up in your stand?
Yeah, I just got up into my stand.
Which tells you how hot it is out to be in the woods right now. We went out in the woods today and we found no less than like 50 scrapes. Scrapes have exploded out there. Deer are moving, deer are chasing does around, and if you got your game together like Ed here, now's the time to be in the woods. This could be you. But today, it's Ed's turn to shine. Ed's got over 40 deer. He's been with Hunting Western Mass. He joined us this year as a pro staffer, and we're glad to have him on board. He's got lots of good information. He's a great guy, great hunter. And Halloween, he was also one of the great contributors to our Rut Report, which picked this day to be one of the hottest days in the woods. And lo and behold, proof is in the pudding. And great job, Ed. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
I'm happy.
Ed's happy. We're happy for him. Super excited. So get in the woods. Now's the time. Seeking and chasing, best chance. So this is Len Kale, Hunting Western Mass. Ed Kawecki. Take care. See you next time.